Surfix Grant here. So in today's video I'm going to be tackling this electrical work at the house that I've been wanting to do. As you can see, that box is very crowded, right? And I hate seeing that plug hanging out like that. They just don't look right. That's not the way it should be. So I'm going to be fixing on that. I don't know why the electrician have all those wires coming inside that one little box. You can say part of it is my fault because that white wire, I put that wire inside there, so, and I shouldn't put it in there with that casing or whatever, right? So I don't think it went a far distance. I think it just came to another plug that's on the back side of it, right? So yeah, I'm to be blamed also. So at that time I did not understand electrical work. Now I do. I understand it a lot more, right? So if you're gonna tackle anything like this, make sure you safety first. Put on your gloves. Turn the power off. I didn't turn the power off not one time because I have testers that I test the wires. I know which wires is hot or which wire is live or whatever. So I test it and I try my best to be very careful. You have to be very careful, right? So as you can see, I chopped the wall, and you know, in Jamaica you have to use a jackhammer because over here we got a lot of concrete, just concrete, right? So you have to always using jackhammer. I'm taking off the plug and I'm trying to figure out a few wires. I'm trying to look at them, see if I do the, if they're done right. I'm putting on tapes on them and all that type of stuff. But in an electrical box, you're gonna have the live, you're gonna have the neutral, and you're gonna have the ground, right? The neutral and the ground can't shock. They can't shock you, right? The live will. That's why I'm using my tester to test, make sure you can't follow those colors, because some people use any wire for the live. Some people just put any wires on it. That's what they have, and they're going to use whatever wire they have, and you better test those wires, right? Make sure. So I'm doing some kind of pigtailing type of thing, so I can bring those wires over to this new box that I'm installing. Yeah, so I also, whenever I put on those wire nuts, I like to put my tape over it. I just like to do it, right? I don't know if I said it before. I am no electrician, so you know, if you have this type of work to do at the house, call an electrician, right? If you feel like you can do it, make sure you turn off the power. I'm working on this thing. I'm working on it live, so you got powers in all type of power moving through those wires, right? I didn't turn it off at all because I feel like I'm careful enough, and I'm wearing those gloves with those rubber thing, right? So, and I'm also just really being careful, right? I put tape over the live wire. I clip the raw part off and I wrap it, right? So as you can see, I'm making sure that thing is going to sit flush inside the wall. It's pretty simple. I feel like anyone can do this. Electrical work is not hard. It's just a lot of people just afraid of being shocked. You know, I get electrocuted, right? It's quite simple. Once you respect those wires, you can do it. You can do it. I'm quite sure they have some difficult part when it comes to electrical work, but I feel like I know a lot. So what I'm doing now, I put on the ground. I put the ground on the box. There's a screw inside the box. I put my ground wire on it. Now I'm wetting up the wall. When you get ready to put that concrete on, it's best for you to wet the wall before you put the concrete on. I should have been flashing this thing, but I didn't have any. I only have rendering sun. Rendering sun is that real fine sun, right? So I use that because I'm gonna render it. So I just went ahead and just used the rendering sun. I didn't even, no need to worry about it. It's just a small area, and I'm using that float. It's really, really big, so don't laugh at me. It's really big. It should have been smaller, but that's the one that I have, right? So that's the one I'm using. It's gonna look really nice when I'm finished with it. As you can see, I put some tape over the box so I won't get that cement go inside the box and all that type of stuff. So I put the tape over it. I didn't have any duct tape. That's what people usually use, but I just went and used electrical tape. So now I am the as what I say, I put the ground wire on inside the box. Once I put the ground wire inside the box, no need for the for you to put the ground wire on the plug itself. I'm no electrician, so don't beat me up for that if I'm wrong. But if you look at the plug, where the ground wire is going to go is the same place where the thing is going to make contact on the box. It's going to make contact on that box. The screws is going to go through the box. It's going to make contact. So that's what I say. If I'm wrong, yeah, you can hit me up in the comment section and correct me, right? So as you can see, I put on the power wire first. The power first. I think you're supposed to put on the ground first, but I put the power on first. Wire short. The wire is really short, so I put a piece of tape over the power so I won't get shocked, even though I have on gloves, right? Still try to be careful. So if you put the power wire on first, make sure you put a piece of tape over it. I think you're supposed to put the ground, the neutral wire on first. All right. So as you can see, I'm putting on that galvanized covering over that box. That thing is pretty packed. Trust me, it's got a lot of wires in there. I don't know. I don't think it should be like that, but once you have the wires taped up and everything secure, and it should be fine. As you can see, this is what it looked like. Look nice. I really feel good knowing that I don't have that thing hanging out the thing no more. Yeah, so we're almost at the end of the video. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel, man, subscribe to the channel, man, and give me some likes, right? So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna plug in the jackhammer so I can see if this thing works. Right? Thank you all for watching.